I'm going to make a puree, not a cream soup, but a puree of mushrooms, shallots, with a little leeks in there for flavor, and chicken stock, and flavored with thyme. I find thyme goes well with a lot of soups. Should work with this one very nicely. First thing I'm going to do into the chicken stock, see how tightly packed that thyme is? Because I don't have the time, to like clean this piece by piece. It takes an awful long time, so I found another method. You just boil this in the stock. That could be too much, but you know what? It tastes good. And a few bay leaves, and we let this cook for about 15-20 minutes while we're cutting up the vegetables. And now we'll sweat up the vegetables that we cut up, fairly small because we're going to puree it with that whatever it's called that I put in the soup to puree. With a little oil or butter, not much. We're going to sweat that up for a few minutes, starting off with a high flame. Just cook it until it's like a little bit clear, and then once we add the stock, the strained stock, this won't take long at all. Now this can have a little color or it doesn't have to have a little color. Either way it's going to taste good. So a lot of good ingredients in it. So let's cook that. We can even cover it. Quicken the procedure, and in about 2-3 minutes we'll check it. Well, it's been about a minute. As you see, this will take a little while. And we'll season it up later with salt and pepper. Well, this is cooking well, and in just a few minutes I'm going to puree this. The stock's been simmering in there for about 10-12 minutes, and it won't take long now. Well, everything is soft in there and nothing has to really cook anymore, so let's go about pureeing this. Now if you don't have one of these sticks, you could take all of the solid out, put it in a Cuisinart and run it, put it in your blender and run it with a little bit of the stock. It'll work. I just lean this a little. It draws it into the blade better than if you leave it just standing up straight. Now I'm going to do this until it really looks smooth. Now it's all done. Nice and smooth, seasoned. And if you wanted to make this a little richer, just put in there a few tablespoons of butter and a cup or more of heavy cream. And you got a rich soup. But this is much healthier. Enjoy. That's almost a gallon of soup. I'll measure it. Well, the soup is gone. It's measured. It made 3.5 quarts. That's quite a bit. So if you want to adjust the recipe to make less, that should be no problem.